going to be a great leader in the future. She's already set the stage for that. And with any further ado, I'd like to present her with the Defender of Freedom Award from Maryland State Rifle and Pistol Association.
Well, I just want to thank you guys and everybody who is involved with this. I'm sure there were a lot of great candidates. Anybody that did go down to Annapolis to speak, and those of us who were there know that we completely flooded the building. One of the days that I wasn't there, I heard that they actually had the fire marshal come and they had to take everybody out because it was so overcrowded. I don't know who some of our senators and delegates think they're representing, but it clearly isn't the majority, the vast, vast majority of us. I think it was a great experience, definitely. Unlike what some of my teachers may tell you, where it was just something that took me out of school a couple days, it was the best educational experience of anything I've ever done, of any school experience, any field trip. Nothing would compare to what I saw, went, and did for those 3 days. One of the days I had the honor to sit with Shannon, Alfred, and some of the other delegates and see the lawmaking process. I know they like to tell you they're teaching you the lawmaking process in school. They don't teach you the lawmaking process in school like going there and seeing it yourself does. It was definitely an exciting experience, and just going there without everything that happened later. I had no idea that I was going to be on the news. I had no idea that newspapers were going to come out and want to interview me, and that wasn't the point of doing any of it. It was just to go there, and really it was a last-minute decision. I heard about it in an email, and I just went. And I wrote up a testimony. I tried to practice it once or twice, see if it was 3 minutes or if I'd go over, because they're sticklers about that. They don't actually want to hear what you have to say. They just give you those 3 minutes. But I think one of the biggest parts was Thomas over there, who, as you can see, is a very big part in publicizing everything that we do. Definitely helped out by a lot with everything. Without him, none of this would have happened. I probably wouldn't be here. I would have gotten the award. If you don't know, Thomas was part of the Maryland Minutemen group. Actually, he is the Maryland Minutemen group. That's him. And when I went there, he had to go through a whole bunch and jump through all the hoops and everything and all the obstacles just to be able to videotape and record what was going on. Well, in doing that, I was one of the people that he got to record. And so then he put that on YouTube, and it just went viral in about a week. And that's when Fox News started coming, and they interviewed me, and CNN wanted to, and there's just all these opportunities came. And it was really one of the best experiences I've ever had. It opened up scholarship opportunities. I got closer with the NRA in doing so. They offered a lot of things to help me out. There's scholarships through the NRA that I can apply for. They also want to help me go to Camp Perry soon, and they said they'd help me out with that. So I think it was really great. One of the biggest questions I get, I have people all the time who will message me on Facebook, they'll find me on YouTube and leave comments, and people always tell me, and it's surprising really, because you'd think it's more obvious, or it should be more obvious than it is. They always want to know how they can do something. They see that this happened, and I feel like a lot of people get it in their minds that I planned this, that I planned to be the new poster child, I guess, of the Second Amendment, and have all of this go for the nation and even the country. There were people who would email me from Germany and Spain and just all these other countries of everywhere. They go, you know, that's really great that you got to get out there and speak. And the people don't realize that that's all you have to do. All you have to do is find these dates and go down to there and speak. And there's so many different things and so many different ways that you can do it. And it's really surprising that it is such a big question, because our country was, first of all, founded on the basic principles of freedom of speech and the fact that we are who they're representing. We are supposed to be the government. The government isn't the big groups of people in their suits and everything over in DC. We are the government. They just represent us. That's supposed to be their job. They're supposed to do what we want them to do. They're supposed to fear us as a people instead of us fearing them. So if you're sitting there going, I don't know what to do, I don't think I'm good enough, I don't think I can make a difference, I don't know, it's not about being a good speaker, because there are plenty of people who you can write things. It's not about being a good writer. It's just about doing your basic duties as a citizen of the United States and really being a part of the government, which you already are supposed to be. So a lot of people would ask, and that's all it is. You can email them, you can go and speak, and it doesn't have to be something that, obviously not everybody is going to be all over the news for it, but that's not what you should be worried about. I was never worried about being plastered all over the face of the news. That's not what it's about. What it's about is getting the message through to your senators and to your fellow people. Because another big issue that we've been facing is just ignorance. Just flat out ignorance. There are so many people that you just talk to them, they have no idea what's going on. They don't know their rights are being taken away. They don't know about anything in Annapolis. The news media doesn't cover it. And that's why we needed someone like Thomas to actually step forward and start helping us out and start getting these messages out, because nobody else is doing it. We need to step up and be the people who are showing everyone else what's going on. We can no longer rely on the news media. We can no longer go, oh, it's somebody else's responsibility. We need to be the people who really step up and do this. And so that's why it was just something that was a great thing to be a part of, and it was really exciting just because it's inspirational to other people, which is great, because I'm so glad that I got to be the person to do it, because I do take the time for all the people that message me. It might take a little bit, but I replied to every single person that said it, and so anybody that would have questions about it, I would forward them emails. If you go to the AGC website, we have a whole system set up there where if you get to be a part of it, they can send you all the updates, you can see what's going on, and there's also an emailing system where you can just write out an email and send it to all the delegates, and everybody can get it. So it's so simple that you can just get your voice out there and be heard, and it's so important that we do, because we're the ones who make a difference. We're the ones who are supposed to do this and are really supposed to change things. There's other protests that we saw going on recently. There were truckers that were supposed to go drive around DC. That wasn't on the news anywhere, but that was a huge thing that was going on. The same thing, there's a whole bunch of motorcyclists. It doesn't have to be any uniform. You don't have to go through and even talk to the senators. Just anything that you can do as a demonstration to really get your side out there. And that's what we need people to start doing. And even, my school hardly recognized anything that went on. They tried to push the issue aside. You're not going to get through it first, but that's what's important, is that we need a large enough group of people to start doing this, that we make it impossible for them to ignore us. We cannot be ignored any longer. And that's what's really great about all this and being able to get out there and speak, is now I know that people are actually seeing it, and it's a recognized issue of what's going on. So I want to thank you guys again for having me over here, me being able to speak and giving me the award. Thank you.